So can these eye drops really replace your reading glasses? Now that I've tried it, we've had a bunch of patients try it. We have a couple of months of experiences under our belts here. And so I wanted to give an update on the video I made a couple months ago. What are the side effects really like? How well do the drops really work? So the drops we're talking about is called Vizz. These are the latest eye drops in the category of what's called presbyopia eye drops. Presbyopia is the stage when people start getting into trouble focusing at something up close. They start needing reading glasses or over-the-counter readers, maybe bifocals or progressives. And these are some eye drops that could definitely help with that, hopefully to the point where you don't need to use those types of glasses. So in my last video, I go over how exactly this eye drop works on the eye. If you want to check that out, I'll put the link in the description. I go over all the details there. But I also mention how it compared to a previous presbyopia drop that came out called Vuity. Vuity was an eye drop that came out a couple years ago and definitely has died off for sure. There were a lot of eye doctors that were just plain hesitant to even try and prescribe that for their patients just because of the possible cause of a retinal detachment. So it was kind of scary in that fact, and also some of the results with that drop with patients were kind of mixed. Some it worked well, some it didn't. And so as you can imagine, when Vizz was being released, there was some hesitation with doctors as well, just wondering how well is this going to work and what were the potential dangers with this. And I am happy to announce that after a couple of months of using this, this drop is legit. So what this means is the use of this eye drop is definitely safer than the use of Vuity. So this eye drop is ciliary muscle sparing. So it doesn't work on the ciliary muscle, which put your eye at risk of a retinal detachment. On top of that, the results that we've had with our patients have actually matched what Vizz has reported. And the reason why I say this might be a big deal, because a lot of times when we hear the announcement or we get a new eye drop or medication for the eyes, we'll hear such great things and we'll try it on patients and it's kind of like, didn't work as what we were hoping to. But with Vizz, it seems like this has been matching what they're saying. People are getting about 10 hours of useful vision time after using Vizz. There's maybe some differences there, but it's not very much. I mean, most of my patients are getting that 10 hours. The number one side effect is definitely the redness. And when I'm talking about redness, your eyes get red. I've gotten reports from patients saying, hey, my kids think I'm a vampire when I first put these in, or I look like I'm stoned for about an hour. And that's pretty common across the board. And I think that's probably the worst side effect that we're seeing is the redness. Now, this does range in some people. Some people last for 30 minutes, some people about a couple of hours. And some people they do say that it does sting when they put it in there. It can make their eyes water and like, whew, that stings, that burns. Some people may not get that sting burn, at least not as much. But the result, the actual treatment of the eye drop, I would say majority of my patients, 9 out of 10 people are saying, hey, this actually works. I don't need to use my reading glasses. I can see much better at near. It's working all day. I can see the computer. I have some people that are saying, hey, my distance vision might be slightly better, but it's definitely not affected. It's not making my distance vision worse. And so this is working. There are a lot of people happy about this. The other, maybe some side effects people are reporting is dim vision. It feels like maybe there's a little bit of an overcast or the lights are dimmed down, and some people don't like that. Some people it doesn't bother them, so that is something to be aware of. Some people have noted that they get a little bit of an ache, maybe a brow ache or the back of their head kind of aches. Maybe at first when using the drops, and that kind of gets better with time or gets better throughout the day. And again, the instructions of this is you put one drop in each eye, and then about 2 minutes later you put another drop in each eye, and then you're good throughout the day. For the redness that comes on, I've had some people that will use Lumify a few minutes after using Vizz just to kind of help with that redness so they can go right to work and maybe their family doesn't think they're a vampire so it doesn't scare any of their kids. But yeah, that's an option for sure. Definitely talk to your eye doctor about that. So yeah, the results with the patients have been so good. I wanted to make an update video that, hey, this is definitely something you should look into if you fit that criteria, if you are in the reading glasses type. Again, it's not going to correct your nearsightedness vision, get you completely out of glasses if you wear glasses for far away, but for reading, if you're wearing contacts or you need reading glasses, readers, this is a really good option to talk to your eye doctor about. This is a prescription eye drop written from your eye doctor, so definitely go in there, talk to them about it, because this is, yeah, it's legit. Like I said, have you tried this? Let me know in the comments. I'd be curious to hear your thoughts. Stay focused.